There was, I think, yes, you can give a round of applause. That's the good news. The bad news is that unfortunately we cannot connect. We have a bit of a problem into the connection with the Kavi, which is the director for the standard based in Bangkok. So what we have, because my team is so good, that we have a backup plan, and we're going to show the 5-minute interview with him, where he will explain us a little bit, hopefully, what is the standard about and how developer can turn the hotel into this.
Hi guys, I'm Kavi and I work for the Standard Hotels. If you're watching this recording, unfortunately, I couldn't be with you on a live stream today because something's gone wrong. But I'm happy to have just a few minutes of your time to talk about the Standard and some of the things we do that are different. As some of you have noticed, our logo's upside down. And that's because we like turning traditional hospitality also upside down. And we like to do things differently at the Standard, of which the core is sometimes F&B. I thought we would take F&B today and share with you some of the tips that we do that make us different in terms of our F&B operations that allow us to generate more revenue from food and beverage. It's not uncommon for one of our hotels to have 50% or higher of total revenue coming from food and beverage. Now, most hotels, average food and beverage revenue be maybe 20-30%. And some people ask us, how do we have so much higher F&B revenues, and why do we operate, so many F&B outlets? A traditional hotel group only looks for F&B for a hotel guest. An F&B outlet would be generated towards tourists, and trying to, yes, be local, but to be local in a way that is not for a local person. They are local in terms of a tourist coming to see the hotel, and I offer you local dishes and so forth. But is it truly an authentic local experience? I don't think so. I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. As you can see, the Standard is a crazy place. In terms of a lot of art happening, music happening, food. Food and beverage is definitely a core of what makes us special. And so today, I thought I would take just a few minutes to introduce to you a few tips we do for F&B that make us different, as a lifestyle brand. Tip number 1, the glass is always half full. We at the Standard believe the glass is always half full. What does this mean? Revenues, it means in terms of revenue, we aren't looking at a hotel guest to generate the F&B revenue. We look at locals to generate revenue for us. So for example, in an environment like now, even though there is, very little travel between countries, domestic travelers and locals alike would still patronize the F&B revenues and outlets. So for us, the Standard becomes a pillar of the local community by having really cool F&B. So don't tailor F&B to guests in your hotel, guests that fly into the country, but cater F&B to the local people that are around it, to be the center of the community. We want people from other hotels to walk down the road and ask a local person, hey, where should I go hang out? And for them to say, oh, you should go hang out at the Standard Hotel. What truly makes a local experience is locals hanging out at the hotel. It's not a local experience if you're just giving somebody a local dish, at a hotel that is catered for a tourist. So tip number 1, the glass is always half full. Tip number 2, the glass is always delicious. What does that mean? That means have something for everyone. We at the Standard have a high-low concept in our hotels. And what does this mean? It means, even in terms of F&B, there should be something food and beverage offering for everyone. It doesn't matter if you want to have a fancy glass, and an expensive drink at the top of the Standard, and pay, something $30, or have a cheap beer, at the bottom of the Standard, and which is cheap, and have a $5 ticket for a beer, and a pretzel, for example. So have something on offer for everyone. If it's everything from a cheap beer, casual, when I can walk in with my shorts and t-shirts and hang out with my friends, to the top of the Standard, which is all about glamour, fashion, after parties. So everyone is welcome in our hotels. We like to have an offering for all kinds of people. It doesn't matter if you'd rather have a Sunday brunch or a heavy Friday night. Tip number 3, the glass is always upside down. as you've all noticed, our brand is upside down. And so are we. That doesn't mean we do things that are funny or strange. It just means we challenge the status quo. We like to do things differently at the Standard, and so should you. Who says you can't have a hot dog and caviar, for example? Recently at the Standard, we launched the Yacht Dog, which is a $99 hot dog, which is served with a side of caviar, of which proceeds go to charity. This has attracted a lot of media. And what does this media do? The media, in fact, helps us generate more revenue by doing these funny, crazy things than your traditional forms of advertising. All right, guys, I'm pretty sure the drink should be coming in from the back of the room. So on behalf of us at the Standard, cheers. Have a great drink, and I hope you've enjoyed your day. Ciao.